And Katerine is here too. Okay. Good morning, Katerine. So we're going to get started with our morning meeting, and we're going to do our greeting, our share, our activity, our message, and our calendar. And we are going to start, let me see here, with our greeting. Sorry, there's a lot of things for me to put on and off the screen, so it takes a second. Okay, so let's start with our greeting. Our greeting today is going to be our name card greeting. And when we do our name card greeting, I'm going to show you a card and we will greet that friend in our meeting. Okay? I wish I could do this a little bit better. I'm still learning how to do Zoom, so it takes me a second. Hold on one second. I want to try something today. Okay, let me see if this works. Ready? Ah, it does work. Okay, so I figured out how to mute everybody and unmute everybody with my key. So now let's do our greeting. Ready? Good morning, Katerine. Good morning, Frank.
Good morning.
Good morning, Lena.
Answer.
Oops. Sorry. Good morning, Diego.
Good morning.
Good morning, Paola.
Good morning, Paola.
Good morning, Elliot.
Good morning, Elliot.
Good morning, Hugh. Good morning, Eileen. And good morning, Stephen.
Yes, you did.
Okay, now that we've done our greeting, we are going to move on and do our check. Ready? 1, 2, 3, check. And now it is time for us to do our share. Hold on, let me see who's here to join us. I see Hyundai is here as well. Good morning, Hyundai.
Good morning.
Hyundai, we already did our greeting, but we didn't get to greet you yet. So let's say good morning, Hyundai. And now we are going to say we are done with our greeting. Ready? 1, 2, 3, check. And now it's time for our share. For our share today, we're going to use our sharing wheel. And today's sharing question is to think about something that you miss about being at school. So we haven't been at school for a long time already. And I'm sure there's some things you really miss about being at school. Maybe you miss going to specials or going to recess, or maybe you miss having time at lunch with your friends or learning new things or literacy centers, anything you might miss at school. So we're going to share what we miss when we're not at school, and I'm going to use our sharing wheel. And if your name gets spun, you can share. If you don't want to share, you can say no, thank you. And if we spin on somebody who's not at our meeting, we'll just spin it again. Let's have time for 3 friends to share. So who is going to share first? Paola. Paola, what's something you miss about being at school?
Sam.
You miss Sam. I miss Sam too. I hadn't really thought about Sam, but that's something I miss. I miss getting to do our animal art and all of the fun SEM clusters you guys have been doing. Hopefully when we go back to school, we'll be able to do SEM again. Thanks for sharing, Paola. If you also agree with Paola, don't forget, you can show me that you agree by going like this, even when we're at home. Let's see who else is gonna share. Elliot. Elliot. Let's see where Elliot is so I can unmute him. Where is Elliot? Elliot?
Yes.
What is something you miss about being at school?
I miss the computer.
You miss being on the computer? You can still use your computer at home though, right?
Okay, I miss the math centers.
Math centers, I agree. And guess what? When we haven't been at school, I've been working really hard making new math centers so that when we go back to school, we're gonna have even more centers for us to use. So I'm excited to share some of those things with you. Good morning, Iviana. Thanks for coming to morning meeting. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Iviana, right now we are sharing about something we miss about school, and I'm using my sharing wheel to call on friends. So we've already heard from Paola and Elliot, and let's spin it one more time and see who else can share. Who is it gonna be? Whoa, Diego is so close to being you, but it looks like it landed on Lena. Is Lena still here? I don't see Lena. Well, Diego, why don't you share? Because it was almost on your name. Diego, what is something you miss about school?
The computer lab.
You miss going to the computer lab on Mondays. But Diego, even though we haven't been going to the computer lab, I've seen you've been really growing on Lexia. Nice.
Anyway, I already moved up.
I know. I can
Moved
see
up.
what level you're on, and I've known you've been working really hard. Good morning, Sage.
Good morning.
Sage, we were just sharing about things that we miss about going to school, and we were using our sharing wheel to pick names. Let's have maybe one or two more friends share today. So I'm going to spin our wheel again. Hold on one second. Okay, let's spin it one more time, or two more times. Who's going to share today? Lena. Lena's name already got spun. Is she back? She's not back yet. Good morning, Michael. Good morning, Michael. Michael, we are sharing about things we miss about school, and we're going to spin our wheel two more times. So let's see if your name gets spun, okay? One more spin. Katerine. Katerine, what do you miss about going to school?
I miss the playground.
The playground. I got a picture the other day from Miss Jackie in the office, and she showed me that while we haven't been at school, they've made our playground even nicer by doing a special thing on the ground. So I'm excited to go back to see that too. Thanks for sharing, Katrina. Let's have one more friend share. Tashira's not here. Steven is at morning meeting. Where is Steven? There's so many friends here, it's hard for me to find everybody. Steven, what do you miss about going to school?
Choice time.
Say it again.
That choice time.
You miss choice time. I miss choice time too. Thank you for sharing. You know what I miss the most is I miss seeing all of you guys at school. It's different when I see you on the computer. It's pretty fun to see you on the computer, but I really miss seeing you at school. Okay, nice job sharing. This is fun when we have a lot of people at morning meeting. We are now done with our share. Let's say 1, 2, 3, check. And now it's time for our activity. And our activity today is some math problems. Today, we are going to think about what is 10 more and 10 less from a number. And we're going to use our place value charts and our base 10 blocks to help us figure this out, okay? I have lots of friends at morning meeting, but there's going to be 4 problems, so I should be hearing from lots of friends as we solve them. So let's take a look at our first problem. Oops. Wait, that was what we were doing in our message today. Hold on one second, friends. Oh, we don't have an activity ready for us. That is so silly. You know what? We did kind of a long share. So because our share was kind of long, let's say that that was our activity too, and we'll get some problems during our message. I'm sorry. I was so busy last night trying to get morning meeting ready, and I forgot to do an activity. You know what? I think an activity we could do really quickly is a shout out. I want to give a shout out to all of the friends who've grown on Lexia. So Frank has moved up a level. I've seen Eileen has moved up some levels. Hyundai has moved up some levels. Michael has been working hard on Lexia. Elliot and Hugh have been working hard on Lexia. Diego and Katerine have been working hard on Lexia. Make sure if you are at home and you have a computer or you have an iPad that you are trying to grow as many levels as you can in Lexia. So nice job to those friends. I also want to give Frank and Lena and Hugh and Elliot a shout out because they have been going to the website watching the videos and then telling me if they like them or not. So nice job. I added the bald eagle camera to the website so you can go check out those bald eagles anytime you want. And I want to give a shout out to all the friends who've been texting me pictures. So make sure you text me some pictures of your work. Sage, Iviana, I want to see some of your work. So text me pictures of what you've been doing, okay? Okay, so that's going to be our activity today. I'll make sure Monday that I have a normal activity. Sorry, friends. So many things to do. So we are done with our activity. Let's say it ready. 1, 2, 3. Check. And now it is time for our message. Michael, I'm going to mute you so that you can hear me, okay? Our message, let's read the words in yellow and then we'll practice 10 more, 10 less. You ready to read it with me? I'm going to keep you muted, but I want you to read it when we're reading it at home. Whose hand is that? Elliot, do you have a question?
Yes.
What's up, Elliot?
Alexa, who's still the highest level?
Everybody is doing their own work to grow their brains and work hard. It doesn't really matter who's on the highest. Maybe what I'll do is I'll make our chart like we have in our classroom and I'll make it on the computer so you can see everyone's level.
Oh, yay.
I'll see if I can figure out how to do that. Okay, let's read our message. Here we go. April 3rd, 2020. Good morning, friends. Today is Friday. Today we are learning at home. Let's practice 10 more and 10 less. Love, Miss Harrington. Okay, so now we're going to practice our 10 more, 10 less, and we're going to do this with our base 10 blocks and place value charts. Sage, do you have a question?
Yes, I have a princess computer.
Cool. Well, you should be using it to get on Lexia so you can keep growing. Okay, let's take a look at 10 more, 10 less. We're going to do this problem up here. In the place value chart, it has 2 10s and 8 1s. And you can see the picture has 2 towers of 10 and 8 1s. There's a little arrow that says plus 10. Remember, when we see that arrow, it means 10 more. If we were going to add 10 more, what would be the new number in our place value chart? So think about it. If we're talking about adding 10s, is our 10s box going to change or our 1s box going to change? We practiced this before when we were at school, and you've been doing some of this in your packets at home. Raise your hand if you want to share what's going to be our new number in our place value chart. Look at all these hands raised. Don't worry if you don't get a turn right away. We have 4 chances to do these problems today. So what is going to be our new number? Diego, what is 10 more than 28?
29.
Okay, Diego, 29 is if we add 1 more 1. That's what it would look like if the arrow said plus 1. But our arrow says plus 10. So is our 1s box going to change or our 10s box going to change?
Our 10s box?
Our 10s box is going to change. So if we add 1 more 10, how many 10s will we have?
110.
We'll have 1 more 10. We have 2 10s. So how many 10s will we have in our new box?
3 10s.
3 10s. Diego, are our 1s going to change?
No.
Okay, so what's going to be our new number? If we have 3 10s and the same number of 1s, what will be our new number in our place value chart? Raise your hand to share. What's going to be our new number in our place value chart right here? Hugh, can you help us out? What will be our new number?
Your new number will be 38.
38. You ready to see if we're right? Let's take a look. If we add a tower of 10, we now have 3 10s and 8 1s, so our new number is 38. Nice job. Okay, let's take a look at this problem over here. We have 2 10s and 4 1s, which is 24. And in our picture, you can see 2 towers of 10 and 4 1s. At the top, we have that arrow with plus 10. If we add 10 to 24, what's going to be our new number? How many 10s will we have? How many 1s will we have? Sage, what's our new number?
25.
25 is if we add one more 1, but remember we're adding one more 10. Our arrow says 10 more. So is our 1's gonna change or our 10's gonna change?
The 10.
The 10.
24.
Say it loud and proud.
34.
Good job, Sage. So if we add one more 10, instead of having 2 10s, we'll have 3 10s, and our 1's are gonna stay the same. So we have 34, 3 10s and 4 1s. Now we're gonna go to the bottom of the screen and we're gonna do it differently because instead of having it say plus 10, it says minus 10. What does the minus 10 mean is going to happen? Raise your hand to share. What does that mean? If we have minus 10, Eileen, is that your hand raised? Are you raising your hand, kiddo? No. Okay. What does minus 10 mean? Is that Elliot? Elliot, what does that mean?
That means you need to take away 10.
We need to take away 10. And how do we do that in our picture, Elliot?
You do 30 minus 10 equals 20.
Okay, so let's take a look. Remember, when we're doing this with our picture, we cross it out. So if we cross out a 10 because we're taking a 10 away, you can see that instead of having 3 10s, now we have 2 10s, we have 0 1, so our new number is 20. Let's do one more problem down here. Frank, are you raising your hand? Are you raising your hand for the next problem already? Wow, Frank. Hold on, I'm gonna come back to you and you can help me out, okay? So our problem has 26. We have 2 10s and 6 1s, and our arrow says minus 10. So we're gonna take 10 away. Frank, if we take 10 away from 26, how many will we have?
16.
16. We're gonna take, nice job, Frank. We're gonna take away a 10. And now we have 1 10 and 6 1s, which means we have 16. Yes, Hugh?
Never mind.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, nice job, you guys. I'm proud of everybody. This has been a couple of days since we practiced 10 more, 10 less, but you got it. Maybe next week we'll try a little bit easier and we'll do minus 10, or I mean minus 1 and plus 1. And then maybe we can try a new center that I use at school that we haven't gotten to use yet. And instead of doing the center at school, we'll try the center on the computer. We'll see if I can make that work, okay? Okay, so now we are done with our message. 1, 2, 3, check. And now it is time for our calendar. So yesterday was the 2nd day of April. With a silent hand, what number are we going to add to the calendar for today? What's going to come next? Michael. Michael, yesterday was the 2nd day of April. What number are we going to add to the calendar today? Oh, Michael went away. Hyundai, help us out. What are we going to add next?
3.
3. Let's take a look at our calendar. So today we are adding the number 3. And let's read our date together. Ready? Today
is Friday.
Friday, April 3rd, 2020. Now, we were in school 127 days yesterday. If we add one more 1 for today, how many days have we been in school? It's going to come after 127. It's going to come after 127. Who have I not heard from? Katerine, what's going to come after 127?
128.
Good job, Katerine. So let's click and we can see that now we have 128 days of school. Yes, Elliot?
So if we have 128, so then we only have 62 days of school left.
Elliot knows that we are supposed to go to school for 180 days. And so he thinks that if we go to school 62 more days, we will have been in school for 180 days. That's a smart thinking, Elliot. I'm not sure exactly how many days we are supposed to be in school. It might be like
52. I made a mistake of 52 days.
You're right, 52. It might be a couple more days than 180. I'm not sure exactly how many days we have left. You guys have been working hard for 128 days. Okay, now let's count by tens. You ready to count with me? Here we go. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, and let's count by ones. 121, 122, 123, 124, 125, 126, 127, 128. Diego, are you raising your hand?
No.
No?
Mhm.
Yes or no?
Yes.
What's your question, Diego?
So, are we gonna keep the number 28 there?
I will keep the number 28 there for tomorrow or for Monday, and then we'll add one more for Monday, okay?
We got 2 more.
2 more until we make a bundle. You're right.
And then we got to work on this one, and then we got to work on this one.
Yep. I think we might have to add a couple more 10 frames. We'll see. Okay. So that was our calendar. We can say 1, 2, 3, check. And it is the weekend. It is Friday. So you have no school Saturday and no school Sunday. That means 2 days of no morning meeting. And over Saturday and Sunday, it's a weekend, so you don't have to do your work. You can take a break. You don't have to go on Lexia. You don't need to do your work packets. It's a chance for you just to hang out and play, maybe go outside and take a quick walk, just do something fun at home, okay? Our learning and morning meeting will start again on Monday. I will be back on the computer at 10 o'clock on Monday. Today, if I haven't seen that you've sent me some pictures or that you've grown on Lexia, I want you to send me things that you've been working on so that I know you're doing your schoolwork at home. So there's a couple friends, Iviana and Paola and Sage. Can you send me some pictures so that I know that you've been working hard at home? Can you guys do that so I can see all of your hard work? Everybody else, I've already seen you've sent me pictures or you've been on Lexia or you've been going to the website. So I know you're working hard at home. It's just my job to make sure that when we're not at school that you're still doing your best learning. And I'm really proud of you guys for coming to morning meeting because that's a great chance for us to practice all the things we've learned in first grade. So that is the end of our morning meeting. And we have 2 days of no school and I will see you again on Monday. I'm gonna unmute everybody so that you can hear all of your friends. Goodbye to everybody.
Goodbye.
Morning meeting over. Bye, guys. Have a great weekend. Bye, Sue. Bye, Stephen. Bye, Paola. Bye, Sage.
Bye.
Bye, Catherine.
Bye.
Bye, Diego. Bye, Iviana. Hey, Sage. Text me a picture of the work you've been doing at home, okay?
Okay.
Iviana, text me a picture of the work you've been doing, right?
You have
Do
8
you have a
more
question?
your birthday. Yes.
What's up?
Look at my face.
Yes.
Look at my face, Lacey.
Wow, that's awesome. Thanks for sharing.
My mommy want to name her Boo, but I call her Lacey. I like it.
Thanks for sharing. Yes, Paola?
I want to see my hand.
Paola, did you have a question?
No.
No. Does anybody else have a question? If you have a question, raise your hand so I can see that you have a question for me. No one else? Okay. Frank, do you have a question or are you just waving?
Question.
Your what?
Question.
What's your question, Frank?
What about the packs we have?
You mean the paperwork you've been doing?
Yeah, I only have one finished, which is the blends.
That's fine. I'm proud of you for doing all this work. And I know you've been working really hard on the website and on Lexi. You've been doing a lot of work. Okay, guys, that is the end of our meeting. I will see you guys next week.
Okay. Have a good day.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Night. Yes. Yeah, it's soon enough.
Bye, Aviana. Bye, Sage.
Are you still on? Still on. See?
What?
Steven, can you hear me? I mean, Michael, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, Michael, no one else is on the screen right now. It's just you and me. I just want to remind you, when you're on the computer and I'm talking, you can't mute yourself and unmute yourself because we can hear you, okay? And my screen shows me who's muted and who's unmuted. And every time I'm talking, I can see that you go and I can hear you. So make sure you stay muted when we're doing our learning, okay? Okay. Michael, send me some pictures of the work you've been doing, okay? I know you've been working really hard on Lexia. Have you been doing some of your paper too?
Yeah.
Can you send me a
We'll finish one package of it.
No, I did it.
send me whatever you've been working on, okay?
Okay.
Okay, I'll see you on Monday. Thanks for coming to morning meeting, Michael. Bye.